Ladies and gentlemen, live from Desperation Studios, it's time for the Mystery Hour. And here's your host, Mystery
Kind of warm. Welcome to the Mystery Hour. You're watching the Mystery Hour. That's right. It's the Mystery Hour. How we doing? How are you hanging in there? We're all just hanging in, right? Anyone out there thriving? Stop it. Hey, we got a great show for you guys. Who do we got tonight? We got Ryan Gaul. Ryan was in the Last O.G. He's also a member of the Groundlings main company. He has a new podcast out called Ghost Stories. And we have the music of Route 358, or Route 358. Route 358, Route 358, one of those. So, what I'm trying to tell you is we have a great show. Let's do this first. We like to sometimes update some PSAs. Remember those things that NBC used to have, the More You Know? We do one called The Things You Know. And we wanted to update that. It's a different time now from the last time we did it a few years ago, especially in this COVID time. So here are some PSAs that we think will really help you be a better you.
That video that you think is really funny isn't going to be funny to your wife when you make her watch it while you watch her watch it.
If you're someone that's thriving right now, financial success, new hobbies, don't mention it. Just stop.
If a coyote is loose in your neighborhood, lure it out with a mating call, then throw a net covered in honey over it, and while it's licking, it'll get itself trapped, and you'll have a cool new pet.
Kids, history doesn't really matter. In a few years, Quentin Tarantino will just make a movie rewriting the ending.
Remember looking out the window? Oh, that's right. You did it for 2 hours today because you've watched everything on TV.
Ladies, 17% of women only ever get walked down the aisle by a shopping cart.
Your pets don't speak English.
The real gateway drugs are chill pills. Thanks, Mom.
Is the dishwasher dirty or clean?
Don't text and drive in the fast lane. Move over to the slower lane and then check your phone. That's what I tell my kids.
This year, give her the gift of your absence.
Remember, the phrase is not take it with a grain of salt. A grain of salt? Seriously? What the f*** is that?
Stop waving at the end of video meetings.
You're on mute, pal.
Take your time on taking down that Christmas tree. No one's coming over.
Never, and I mean never, acknowledge a unibrow.
Stay in school, kids, or you'll have to go to your room, which is the same now. Okay. Those were unnecessary PSAs. Maybe some were necessary. I don't know. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Ryan Gaul. Stay where you are.
That comedy bit brought to you by BRS CPAs and Advisors. Closed captioning provided by Paragon Architecture. The Mystery Hour is brought to you by 92.9 The Beat. Guest booking provided by Gig Salad.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We got a great guest tonight. Ryan Gaul. He was in the Last O.G. He's in Bajillion Dollar Properties he was in. He's a member of the Groundlings. What else has he done? He's done a bunch of things. We also had him on the show last year. He came out to Springfield here to be on the show, and I wanted to get him on to see what he's been up to lately. He has a new podcast called Ghost Stories you should check out. So let's go to my interview with Ryan Gaul. Ryan, thanks for joining me.
I am so happy to be here. It's been too long. It's been almost a year exactly.
That's right. Yeah,
Like
that is
not even, yeah, like exactly. I think it was like this week I was in Springfield, Missouri for the first time in my life.
That's right. And unfortunately, the only time, but maybe that won't always last.
No, it can't. It can't be the only time because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun. There are guests that we have on where we're like, cool, glad they were here. That was good. And there are guests who are like, we'd be friends if we were just in the same place. We'd just be hanging out. I'm sure we would.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is no doubt. No doubt.
Let's get to the important thing. It looks like you're definitely in a police lineup right now. I can tell. Looks like.
Yeah, dude, I'm in trouble. Don't pick me. Whatever they say, don't pick me.
You got arrested, and instead of one call, now they have one Zoom call.
By the way, everybody's sort of office during the pandemic has turned into a self-tape room. So you can't have posters or any artwork on the back wall. So you can see like there's nothing. I can show you everything. So it's just a very boring pasty gray wall.
That's hilarious because the rest of us have like increasingly made our corner, our Zoom corner look better and better. Well, your job doing self-tapes is to make it look plainer and plainer.
Yep. It's ironic. Is that ironic or just stupid? Might just be stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. That word can mean anything.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of you during the pandemic in the sense that you're one of the only people I know, actor, that had something come out during the pandemic, which was season, I can't remember what number.
Season 3.
Season 3 for The Last O.G.
Yeah. Season 3 of The Last O.G. Luckily, we filmed it. It ended filming, I think maybe the week or 2 weeks before everything was shut down in New York City. And that's pretty good news. And now we're a year later, we're about to go into season 4 sometime in March. I don't know if it'll get pushed or not. I don't think so. I think the wheels are in motion too much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we're kind of it's going to be a real different set. Trying to keep everybody clean and quarantine. I know that like coming from LA to New York, I'll have to be in a hotel room. I'll go from my hotel room that I'll have to stay in for 2 weeks before shooting, and I can't leave. Literally can't go to the front desk.
Really?
You have to stay. You have to stay in your hotel room for 2 weeks straight. Which, by the way, I'll call you every day.
Yeah. And a New York City hotel room, sometimes they're even smaller than a regular hotel room.
Oh, yeah. They're like closets. They're like closets.
You're going to go mad. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I'm already mad. I'm going to take it to a whole new level. But yeah, and then you go to set, back to the hotel room, set for 3 months, and that's it. You don't do anything else.
That's crazy. Do you, I'm curious if you know this, you may not know, but like as far as the writing of this show that's already established, do the writers tweak stuff to maybe you shoot more stuff outside, or maybe scenes are just 2 people? Like, have they tweaked in any way? Do you know?
It's a good question. I don't know. And I've thought about that myself. I'm like, oh, are they I don't think, like, I haven't seen any TV shows incorporate like masks or like, and I wonder if that's because they're assuming this will be over soon. Oh my God, please.
And they want someone to be able to stream it 2 years from now.
And it won't, they're not going to be like, oh, clearly they shot this in early 2021. Yeah. So I don't know how much they're going to try to stay outside. I do know a lot of productions are trying to keep the casting pretty simple and keep like background actors really simple. The few things I've shot, they've always been like purposefully distanced from each other. So
Yeah, that's interesting. It'll be interesting just to kind of watch with that in mind, new things that have come out this year or
yeah, it's a lot of it's like a lot of one-on-one telephone calls.
yeah. The whole season is just you on the phone
The
calling it.
whole season is me talking to Tracy Morgan on a telephone call.
So I'm sure you get this question a lot, so we'll make it a quick one. But I think you
Yeah.
probably want to know. Working with Tracy Morgan,
Yeah.
he seems to like he seems always like kind of similar to his characters in that like you kind of don't know what he's going to say almost. I imagine that's true,
No.
or am I making that up?
No, you're not making that up at all. He's beautifully crazy in that way. He's unfiltered more than anyone I've ever known in my life, but in a really like the thing I always say about Tracy is he leads with his heart. So anything he says, you just have this feeling, whether or not he says it, like he is leading with his heart. It's all coming from a place of love. And I don't know if that's something that's changed over the years because people are like, he's not 20 anymore, but he's got such this beautiful soul that he can say things to you that are crazy. He'll be like, "Hey Ryan," he'll be like, "Ryan, is your wife gonna visit set? I want to maybe we could make out." And I'll and I'll be like, "Oh, Tracy, I don't know. That's a great idea for you to do." And he'll be like, "Please," and I'll be like, "Okay." And by the way, they're dating now, which is does it complicate things? Yes, it complicates things. But he's the best. He's truly like, I know people say that all the time about people they work with, but he's truly a joy because he comes on set with the craziest energy. He has a boom box every time he comes on set.
A boom
playing
box.
A boom box. I'm not talking about like headphones or anything. He has a boom box and you can hear him coming from blocks away and you're like, must be Tracy's call time. I hear the Sugar Hill Gang, coming down, and it's all these like retro, old school New York and Brooklyn rap, and
Awesome.
but yeah, it's so good. I can't wait to see him.
So equally big is your podcast, Ghost Stories.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ghost Stories with Matt and Ryan.
Was it did you decide, hey, no one's putting out a podcast, I think I will?
Yeah, well, I didn't even know what a podcast was. I think we were the first podcast.
First one I
don't know. Yeah, it's first. Well, honestly, we were like, everybody's doing a podcast. Everybody does this. We better make it something we enjoy because nobody's going to listen to this. Nobody's going to. So why don't we do something that's sort of this like guilty pleasure, and we both love and have always loved ghost stories.
Yeah.
Like people, when somebody sits down around a campfire, around a fireplace on a dark, windy, rainy night, and they're like, all right, who's got a ghost story? There's nothing, I don't think there's anything that can beat that type of storytelling.
Yeah.
So we were like, can we do that and kind of share it with people? And that's what we've been trying to do, kind of give that campfire, fireplace storytelling feel.
Yeah.
And we only do firsthand accounts, like things that have happened to people specifically firsthand. And I mean, some of them I'm like, oh yeah. And then I get off and I'm like, get off the Zoom and I'm like, I don't know. That felt like rubbish. But I would say the majority of them I'm getting off going, that's crazy. That's scary. That's like weird. The human mind is either creating that or something is going on.
And when it's like, you're someone I respect, I'm not talking about you, of course, but like, you're someone I respect and you are sure you've had some sort of encounter.
I don't know
Yes.
how to be like, yeah, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about.
No. There's so many people that we've talked to that I'm like, really? You saw this? Like you and there have been a few people that have been like, they've gotten a little emotional during them, and they're like, excuse, a couple have said like, excuse me, I gotta take a second. I just realized I haven't told this story in like 10 years, and it's getting like it's getting to me a little bit, and I'm like, hey man, we can take a break. You want to go grab a whiskey? But they're good. They're really fun. They're not like a typical podcast where it's a lot of back and forth. We really let these people just come on and tell their stories, and they're I'm not doing anything except listening and being like, more.
I got a couple of ghost questions for you. Since
Yeah,
you're now
I'm
an expert.
obsessed. I'm obsessed. So yeah, go ahead.
Why is it a ghost can go through interior walls, but not exterior walls?
I didn't know they couldn't go through exterior
Maybe
walls.
they can, but they seem to be tethered to one building.
They're almost, well, so you're saying like they would, if they wanted to leave. I mean, it seems like you're assuming they'd want to leave this building.
I would get, if I have eternity, I'd want to go out and spread my wings.
Well, I hope you wear your mask, because if you're gonna leave your building, maybe they're quarantined. No, I think they're attached
Ghosts
to
are
location.
the original quarantiners.
They've been in a pandemic forever.
They're like, big deal. I'm stuck here too.
It's so true.
I wonder if people have had more ghost encounters. Maybe you'll figure this out during the pandemic because they're home more.
One person we recently interviewed who just moved back to New Jersey, moved into an apartment and has been there constantly and has seen stuff because she's there all day long. She's like, yeah, I am seeing it because I have nowhere to go. So I'm curl up on your couch, grab a blanket, get some hot apple cider. And you know what? Listen with us.
You're setting the stage for it. I like that. Setting the scene. Well, let's end with that. That's Ryan Gaul for you. He's impossible to not. You're like, that guy's charming. I like him. Hey, we'll be back with the music of Route 358. Stay where you are. Route 358, one of them. Travel and accommodations provided by Hotel Vandevort. The Mystery Hour is brought to you by Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau. Why not give yourself a weekend in Springfield, Missouri? A weekend of unforgettable family experiences, outdoor adventure, unique dining options to satisfy every palate, craft breweries, live entertainment, and more. A weekend in Springfield, Missouri where a masking ordinance is in effect along with social distancing guidelines to keep you and the rest of the community safe. Visit springfieldmo.org to start planning your weekend trip to Springfield, Missouri. I visit every day. OTC, the official educational provider of the Mystery Hour. Musical guest brought to you by Bear Village. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We have a great musical guest. Tonight's musical guest is Route 358, or Route 358. We're not entirely sure, but we know they're great. So check out this video from Route 358, Route 358.
Feels like I'm caught between a foxhole and a firefight. Not sure if I'm with another Mr. or if I found Mr. Right. I'm stranded. Not sure if I should walk away or if I should stay. Not sure there's anything better out here for me anyway. I'm stranded. I'm stranded. Most days I feel hopeless, like I have no control. Like I wanna tell the whole world to just go to hell and hit the road. But I'm stranded. Feels like he gives me just enough to keep me hanging around. I feel like the final shop on a downtown block of a dying one-horse town. But I'm stranded, I should rather go on. Stranded, broke down in the middle of the road. Feel like a flat tire rush hour on the interstate. I'm stranded. And I keep searching as wide for some kind of divine intervention. Something inside of me that could help me to see he's got more than good intentions. But I'm stranded, I should rather go on. Stranded, broke down in the middle of the road. Feel like a flat tire rush hour on the interstate. I'm stranded. I'm stranded. I'm stranded. I'm stranded.
Don't you love that song? I like that song. Really well done. That's our show, everybody. We'll be back next week with some more stuff. I guarantee it. More stuff next week. Didn't say anything about the quality, but there'll be stuff. More of it.